Chester in some folks' eyes could be misunderstood. But he was always righteous and believed in what he stood for.
Most people who've seen Chester or been around him would have been around him in an isolated incident, fighting for human dignity, or fighting for labor, or fighting for just a general cause in the community of some sort. What they would not know is there was not an on-off switch on Chester. Chester never stopped doing that. They might see him in one cause while he's doing 2 or 3 others at the same time.
Not only was Chester involved with the ILA, but he was also involved with the Phillip Randolph Institute, where he served many years as head of the Savannah operation.
Chester believed in voting, and we all know how important it is to vote, because that saying is, a voteless person is a hopeless person. And Chester was so concerned about voting that after each voting, a week or so after the tallies are all done, Chester would go to the voter registration office and purchase printout sheets of each district that he was concerned about, and he would analyze them, and he would get the previous voting on that particular district and make a comparison to see whether that was an increase or decrease. And we know how very important it is today that we need to vote, because I don't have to tell you all why. From a national point of view, locally, statewide, we got to vote.
Chester Dunham was a person who, in most recent memories, continued to support his birth community of Harris Neck. He was involved with the Hungry Club Forum in studying the issues and bringing forth those issues where African Americans could discuss and come up with some consensus on how we should be moving in this day and time.
There would not be a credit union at the Longshoreman Hall if it wasn't for Chester Dunham. They were losing it. Chester got a little giddy up and went to the main offices and stuff, traveled. I believe that was at his own expense, I'm not sure. But he didn't mind spending his money and some of mine if we were going to try to get something done for the community. And so it was gone. It was gone. Chester came back. The credit union still there to this day.
One thing that I could always depend on with Chester is he shot straight from the hip, and he would look you dead in the eye and he would tell you exactly what he thought, and that was okay with me because that's how I am.
When we had a lot of crime going on in the community among young people, Chester was deeply concerned, and he spoke to me and said he was going to involve the juvenile justice judges on a show one day. So one Saturday, he invited all the juvenile justice to a symposium. And of course, it was very well attended. Questions were asked, and they gave a lot of solutions that we can do to rid the community of this debacle that we was dealing with.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the community that people just don't know about. The Civil Rights Monument down on River Street behind us, that too. Over and over, his fingerprints are on things. His fingerprints are on things. Fights for right, when people get abused on their job, with the police, quietly, effectively.
Chester had a definite line between right and wrong. Chester would be on the side of right.
What I really liked about Chester more than anything else, Chester was like a walking encyclopedia, he was like a library for his information. A lot of times he used to be telling me a lot of things, and I'm saying like, you know what? Let me check that out. Let me fact check that. And when I fact checked it, he was right on time. And he had a wealth of knowledge.
Chester knew more about Phillip Randolph than anybody I know. He could quote it verbatim, punctuate him all day long.
Phillip Randolph said at the banquet table of nature, there are no reserves here. One gets what one can take, and one keeps what one can hold. If you can't take anything, you wouldn't get anything. And the only way you get something is by organization, organized.
He didn't just say it, it was inculcated into his personality. It was a part of his spirit, it was part of who he was. He saw this life that was lived by Phillip, and he said, well, I might not be able to do everything he did, but I could show work in that same vein. And he did that.
Chester Dunham was just a man that I truly admired. I thought he had his head on his shoulders. You didn't have to look and ask anybody, do you think Chester meant what he said? No, Chester said what he meant, and he meant what he said.
If you ever been around Chester, you would always hear Chester talk about what was best for the community. But Chester was never one of those that fell short of being sure you understood exactly his feeling for his own community first. And that was we as black people. And when you find folks like Chester who don't mind saying what they mean and meaning what they say, it's a great thing. And for myself, that's the way I looked up at Chester, and that's the way I grew to love and respect Chester. Because if there ever was a guy that people could look up to that was committed to changing the lives of black folks, it was Chester.
So once they get away from him, they think, okay, he's done that, he's going back to his life. His whole life was fighting for community and helping folk and seeing about raising us as a people, particularly African Americans. He cared for the entire nation and everybody in it, but he understood that you got to put the medicine where the hurt is, and the hurt was with the African American community. And Chester Dunham was the testament of what a man is about. He did not have to do the things in the community he did. He was making enough money. He was living enough of a good life. He had a good home and a pretty wife. He could have rested on his laurels. He spent his entire life trying to lift up humankind and look out for our community. And we don't get a bunch of them.
Well, you know, on the outward appearance, Chester was the kind of person that he gonna let you know how he felt about something, and he's very vocal about a lot of things. But a lot of things people know, Chester had a real good heart. Chester was, I mean, he always would look out for people who couldn't defend themselves. He would always like step up to the plate and make sure that it was all right.
Chester reminds me of the saying by Dr. King, the ultimate measure of a man or woman is not how they stand in moments of comfort and convenience, but how a man and a woman stand with challenges and controversies. And Chester was that kind of man.
He's just been a pioneer all his life. And you don't find a lot of people like Chester, but Chester, I think, went to bed at night with one vision. Can I get up early enough in the morning and make a difference in somebody's life?
He was my friend. And even to this day, he is my brother.